name is Alex. I have a YouTube and an Instagram Low Sugar Show. So I want to thank you both for being here and doing this interview with me.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
The first question I ask anyone that I'm interviewing is, how's everything going? Not just musically, but just in general, personal lives and things like that.
Tim, go ahead.
Everything is going very well. This is the most exciting moment in pretty much everyone in this band's music career, and pretty much everyone in this band's been playing music for 20 years now, and this is the dream moment we've been all working our whole lives for. So things are going exceptionally well.
Yeah, great management, great deal, great tours coming up. Yeah, super excited.
Well, that's awesome. So how do you both feel knowing that the album is 2 weeks away from release?
Oh, it's about time. Yeah, it's we recorded this in November last year. Some of the songs were written, as long ago as 2020. So like, it's gonna be nice to have these songs out and be able to play everything live and to get everyone on board with it, because it's a really powerful album, and we're really stoked on it.
And speaking for the rest of the band, this is an all-new lineup from the first record. So this is Misfire's second album, for those that don't know, but it's the first one to feature myself on vocals, Toasted and Cosadinoff on guitar, and Dan Sapinski on bass. And yeah, man, when a band changes a lineup like that, especially after just one album, it might be a sign of maybe some weakness in the band, but that's not the case. The band just got stronger, and this lineup is 100% ready to throw down, and we're very excited to get this record out, man. It's night and day from the first one, and in a very good way.
Absolutely.
And for anyone who hasn't heard it yet, when it comes out on the 2nd, you should definitely check it out. I actually listened to the album a few days ago, and I actually had to go back and listen again because I really enjoyed it.
Oh, badass. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Thank you.
So I have to ask, the first song, is it like an introduction to the album, almost like a welcome to the album?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tim, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so some of our favorite heavy metal albums, they kind of have that, soft intro that, just builds suspense, and that's absolutely what we were going for on this. It's actually, I'm the vocalist. I have nothing to do with guitar playing on this record other than that intro. It's a piece I wrote maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I was just saving for something very cool, and this is the coolest thing I can think of to dedicate it to. And then Jim also plays the lead guitar lines on that. I played the acoustic parts that I wrote, and Jim accented it very well with some cool leads. So it's kind of funny that the two non-guitar players in the band are opening the record with a guitar piece.
Yeah, it's funny too, because like we were looking at like all the songs that we wanted to work on for the record, and Tim came over and like played that, and I'm like, dude, what is that? And he's like, I don't know, it's just something I had. I'm like, it's just something you had. Like, that's awesome. We got to use that. So we ended up using it for the intro, and I love it. It's probably going to be our intro, like our forever intro.
So it sounds like you didn't think it was something awesome, and you're like, where's this been?
Right. Yeah. I'm like, this is what we needed. This is the intro we needed. Yeah.
So I have to ask, what is your favorite song on the album?
Go ahead, Jim.
Oh man. Favorite song on the album, I would say, is We Went Through Hell, just because without that song, that song gave me a boost of confidence after losing the previous singer, and I wasn't sure if this band was going to continue, so I wrote a few songs, just basically saying, fuck you, if you're going to fuck this up for me, I'm going to do this myself. And it was me letting out a lot of the aggression that I had at the time, and that to me is one of the strongest songs we have. That's one of the songs that Tim contributed vocally on, lyrically on. That's just a big song for us as a group, because we got through all that stuff that was trying to bring us down, and it's the song that we can look back on and say, you know what, yeah, we did it, and we got through that, and here's proof, and we wrote a good song instead of breaking up. And yeah. it's just that's the one for me. Outside of that, I mean, I love all the songs though. I mean, I love Twist of Fate. I love Product because it's just got a weird groove to it. Each of the songs, and a lot of bands say it's all killer, no filler, but I truly believe that on this record, there's just all killer. All of them are genuinely good ideas that were executed in a pretty sick way. So, what about you? What's your song?
Yeah, to elaborate more on what Jim just said, yeah, I truly also believe that this, maybe it's just because we're a part of the band, but I really don't think so. I think this record's got all killer, no filler. Today, my favorite song that I can think of is going to be the song Left for Dead. Maybe it's because we just shot a music video for it. Maybe it's because it features Rob Dukes from Exodus on it. But,
I still have to watch it. We just got the video back. I still have to see it. Is it sick? Is it sick
awesome.
now? Awesome. Cool.
So right now, today that's my favorite song, but every day it's a different one for me. I really like the song All Over the Place. The chorus has got like a nice punk call and answer feel to it. I really like that. We Went for Hell. I just love the message in that song because I've been in this band for 3 years now, and that is, that's just like, that might sound like an easy statement to some people. Well, we went through hell. Trust me, one day we're gonna tell some stories, and you're all gonna find out exactly what that means. Not just the lineup changes. This song is fucking everything you can fucking think of that is hard on the band, and yeah, I feel we deserve to say that's our statement for fucking sure.
Well, I'm glad that you guys decided to stick it out. I know like challenges can be really hard, especially for bands when you're changing everything.
Yeah, it was wild.
So with everything being kind of like changed, how does this album compare to the previous one?
It's way stronger, way more direct, more hooks. I think having each member individually take care of their instrument kind of shine through, because we have just a guitar player, just a bass player, just a singer, just a drummer. I think everyone is able to focus a lot more on just making that part of it tight, and coming together. I think the record sounds great because of that, because we were all focused on our individual jobs. And then, yeah, of course, the lineup change, that's a big part, and different playing styles. I think our current guitar player is significantly more melodic than our previous, and I think that helps a lot because a lot of the riffs that we have are in the same sort of key and don't necessarily have a whole lot of melody going on. So it's nice in the solo sections that he gets to shine and kind of bring some of that into it. Yeah. Tim, go ahead.
This record was also recorded differently from the first album. The first album was recorded kind of as like a demo from what the guys had back before I was in the band, and they did it on their own. This time we started the thing on our own. We recorded every single song on our own at home with no clip tracks and all that, and just got a basic picture of where this album was going, and then we went and worked with some real professionals on this one. The names are John Douglas and Alex Farah. They're the two studio engineers that helped us put this thing together. And working with those guys, working with some true pros that just like live for recording bands and making them sound great, that brought a big difference to this record from the first one.
Yep.
Well, that's awesome. Like I said, I listened to it twice. Like, it was really good.
So fucking cool. Thank you again.
Hope you listen to it again. Yeah.
So are there any songs that you're pumped to play live for the first time?
What songs haven't we played live yet off this album, Tim? I think on our last tour we road tested most of them. I think the only ones we haven't played was End of an Age, I think. But for this tour, I think on this particular Exodus Havoc tour, all over the place, Born to Die, Living the Dream, Left for Dead, We Went Through Hell are all gonna slam. I'm just excited to play. It's been a while. We haven't done a show on tour since September, like the beginning of October last year. So it's like we're just kind of dying to get out at this point.
Yeah, and we're we, like Jim said, we did road test a lot of these songs, but the last tour we went on, it was significantly smaller than what this Exodus and Havoc thing is going to be. So getting showcase these songs to what we know is going to be a very impressive sized audience, and that's just so fucking exciting. So yeah, I'm very excited to do this song. The songs that Jim mentioned, I think those are going to be some of the ones that make the set list, and I'm pumped about every single last one of them. So.
All over the place too. That's always. I mean, that was by when we played that for the last tour. By the second chorus, people were singing the chorus. You know, not never hearing a song before.
People that never heard it before, like by the second or third chorus, we had multiple people in different cities. All.
Yeah.
That's
I'm excited to. Yeah, I'm excited to see like when people actually know the stuff, like how many pits we get every night and stuff. That's the fun stuff.
So what can you tell us about the upcoming tour?
It's going to be sick. We're hitting like 11 or 12 or 13 shows with Exodus and Hack, starting in Arizona, kind of way down across the south, going up into the Midwest a little bit. It's gonna be probably the nicest we've ever been live. I mean, come see it if you're around. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be something to write home about for sure. I think. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, it's an all thrash tour. This thing started out as Exodus, Deicide, and Misfire, and then there were some changes made, but I think there were changes made for the best. Now it's an all thrash thing. It says Exodus, Havoc, Misfire, 3 thrash bands, and I don't know if it's too bold to say, but I think it's going to be the thrash tour of the fucking year, man. So we're very, very enthused to be a part of it.
For sure.
Very, very cool. It sounds like it's going to be exciting for sure.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
So, what was the hardest song to write on the album?
End of an age.
For me personally, the song "Day to Day," just that was a little bit tricky getting the vocal sound for that one. Same with the song "Twist of Fate." They're very on the thrash beat and everything, and those ones were the most difficult for me to get down. End of an Age was difficult as well, but we got it.
What made the vocals difficult?
I just I have more of a punk and rock background as a musician. I love thrash too. I grew up on like everything punk, rock, metal. I love it all, but this has been my first time like working with a thrash band that really gunning it like Misfire does. So just locking in with the guys was a little difficult at first, but we got it. We good.
Age was the one that we just like kind of couldn't finish, and it was difficult to complete just because we kept changing things, and I think we overthought it. And it's like, how many times can you do that before you finish the record? So it's and when is the record really done? You kind of just end up abandoning the record at the end of the day. It's not really ever finished because you could keep going back and making it better if you want to for 10 years, but you got to finish a record at some point. So that song ended up being what it was. I think it's a good song. I still feel like I'm gonna go into the demos into the studio and change a couple things on it. I don't know why. It's just one of those songs.
Are you happy with how it turned out now, or do you still want to go back and change it?
Mostly.
Well, that's good.
This is like it's just like one. There's like it's okay. It's a song and it's a thing and it's on the record and it's cool.
So, do you feel like this album reflects more of who the band is now versus the previous album?
3,000,000%. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, with this being a new lineup, yeah. But just as far as like the songwriting and stuff and what the lyrics are about on this record, it's a better representation of where we are. And it still represents where the original ideas and all that for this project started. But I think we just have the right people now, and we have people that care and have the same passion for what we're doing and have the same mindset and similar influences. So it's a great team, and yeah, this is absolutely a fantastic representation of what we are now and kind of where we're going. I think this record is just kind of everything that we had in the previous record, plus a couple different things, but everything just amplified. And I think that's going to be the same thing that happened in the next record. We went a couple different directions in this one. We're going to continue to grow. And now we have the people that will do that together for sure.
That's awesome. How about you,
Yeah,
Tim?
it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, no, this is like I said, it's night. In my opinion, definitely a night and day record for many reasons, but it's absolutely is like every time I hear it, I can see Ghost's face when I'm hearing the guitar, and I can see Jim's face when I'm hearing the drums. When I hear Dan doing his vocals and on the backing vocals, and I hear that bass chucking. I mean, it's probably because I'm in the band and all, but I can just fucking tell that this is fucking killer, man.
Well, that's awesome. So I have to ask, did anything outside of like music influence this album, like books, movies, news, anything like that?
Totally. Yeah, just living in the world that we live in is pretty much what the product of the environment concept is. We're all a product of our environment, our perspective. Is our reality, our perspective is skewed by all kinds of things, media, social media constantly, people that should be in your life that are toxic, all kinds of things, drugs, alcohol. And I think there's a lot of that in these songs. There's AI, privacy, and end of an age that kind of touch on a bit of the, I don't want to say it's political, but it's kind of just like where we are as a human race isn't really looking too hot for like reasons like greed and the obvious stuff. I'm not going to go too crazy into it, but then there's social media. That's kind of like they kind of see what you're doing all the time, and everyone just takes it for granted now. Like, yeah, I'm all right. I consent to you looking at everything that's on my phone. Okay, boom, there it is. AI taking over the world like Terminator style. There's that. But yeah, I think there's a lot of reflection on society and also self-reflection on the record for sure. Yes.
Awesome. How about you, Tim? What do you think?
I think there's everything on this record. All of the song. I'll go with the song all over the place. That was the lyrics are kind of just written as an observation of being we've done a few tours now and seen some places, and it's like an observation of just the scene. All over the place, bashing brains, breaking arms and legs, all over the place. Memories with the clinically insane. It's just an observation of the metal scene and what we're all seeing, and it's cool.
Yeah, that's our tour song. All over the place, going city to city, and then seeing mosh pits every day. That's another observation. Yeah, exactly. Day to day is a pretty easy one. That's just about you know basically going through the motions and thinking that you aren't in control when it's actually you that can make the changes and get out of your shitty situation. You got to just do it. So there's all kinds of stuff like that in this record.
Does that have anything to do with the album cover as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the robots falling into hell, just getting made for basically no reason, and that's how some people feel. Like, what's the point? Because they're so blinded by things that are getting them down. They don't see that like there's actually value in your life. Unfortunately, there's so much negativity in this world that it's hard for some people to see that. Yeah.
So what would both of you say, I guess, to people who feel like that?
Stop it. I don't know. Just if you want to do something with your life, go ahead and do it because you're only going to get one of these. That's it. Love yourself. Get over the shit that you're. Get over the shit that's hurting you. Love yourself, and fucking live your dream.
And go buy the new Misfire record, Product of the Environment. It'll help.
Yeah, and yeah, yeah. Blast it loud. Go to the gym. Get some of that shit out of your system.
I agree. I think metal music has a lot of great lyrics, and I think that people need to listen to it more.
Absolutely.
So, this is kind of related to the last question, but do you both think that music can change the world?
It's the universal language that everyone understands. Yes, absolutely. I think it does every day. I think it does negatively and positively. I think there's music out there that is created for the sole purpose of getting things in people's heads. That's a real thing. Um, you know, but there's other bands like, Metallica, for example, that do the complete opposite, that only do good for the world. And yes, it's an aggressive music style, but there's so much of that in the world that, like, how are you supposed to get rid of these emotions? Well, music. Music's the answer. Music's usually the answer. It's the one thing you can listen to listen to music in any language and understand what they're saying by what the music feels like, by the chords that they're playing, by the melodies, by the rhythm, and that is something that we don't really understand why that's a thing, but it's real and it's important and it's very, very powerful. Yeah.
I think music definitely changes the world. I don't think there's anything else in this world that unites people more than music. So, in a good way. So, absolutely, music's probably one of the strongest weapons out there.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, what do you hope that people take away when they listen to your album?
I hope that they hear it and go, you know what, this is some real shit, and I hope that they can get something out of it. If they need something that we have on it, if they need to hear something that we say, if it invokes an emotion that helps them, that's all we want.
I
That's
hope
the best. That's
people,
the best thing.
yeah, and I hope people hear this and really realize that this music is far from dead and over, and it's still growing, and there's still a lot of room for growing in this particular genre, and people really starve for it still. So, yep.
Yeah, thrash metal forever.
So, now that we've dug so deep into
Yeah,
emotions
we're
and
getting pretty
music,
deep, right? Yeah.
so here's kind of a fun question. If the album was a drink at a bar, what would it be called?
Green motherfucker.
Would it have a lot of alcohol in it or a little bit, or how would you bake it?
It would definitely be green,
Yeah,
and I don't know. Yeah, it'd be pretty strong. I think, yeah, it'd be pretty strong. I don't know, like with a Long Island, but green, something like that. Yeah.
I was thinking more of an IPA myself, but maybe I don't know. I see IPA like 13.6% or something.
Mhm.
True. Well, to each his own.
And before we wrap up here, if there's anything that you both would like to say to your fans that have been there from the beginning or new ones, the virtual floor is yours to say whatever you want.
Well, hey, thanks for the support so far. If you're just joining us, this is the great way to see where we're at, because this is the lineup now. This is our future. This is what we're going to be sounding like. This is what we're going to be playing live. I think seeing us live is, if you like the music on the record, you're gonna love it live. So I think you should come check it out. Yeah, I appreciate everything, and fucking thrash forever.
I'd say the same thing Jim said, and I'd just say thank you guys for being about like more than 50% of we do this music for ourselves, but we also do it for you guys. So thank you guys for being a massive, massive fuel in our fire.
Well, again, it's been awesome interviewing you both. Again, for everyone who doesn't know, the album comes out on May 2nd from MNRK Heavy, Product of the Environment. And you should definitely check it out. I had to listen to it twice. I'll definitely leave the links below in the video, so it makes it super easy for you guys to pre-order or order it if you're watching the interview and the album's already out.
Awesome.
So much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. This
Yeah,
is a
thank you so
great
much for having us. It's been great.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you both taking your time. And when the interview is up, I'll definitely tag you both on social medias. That way you guys can share it. And it's been my pleasure interviewing you both.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Very, very much.
All right, take care.